You know, I really feel like we have a major problem in modern society. And when I was thinking about making this video, I almost said we have a major problem in the United States, but I don't think it's only contained to the United States. Just modern society in general. We have this issue, or I feel like we have this problem where we have to be a part of something. We have to be a part of some greater movement. We have to be a part of some big thing. And I guess that's just human nature to want to be a part of. But with the advancements of the internet and with all these forums and with all these podcasts and all these TikTok accounts, I feel like the desire to become a part of something has exploded to all these little minor little subsets to the point where you might just be a part of a group that's just full of bullshit, full of nonsense, no sustenance at all, but you want to be a part of that group because it's a lot of people there. Because a lot of people came out and said they believed the same thing. It's absolute nonsense. And I'm kind of rambling over here, but this kind of goes into the whole Lindsay Clancy situation, for me at least. Now, when it comes to Lindsay Clancy, it's painfully obvious. Now, if you guys don't know this case, it's been blown up everywhere. I'll give you the cliff notes real quick. A woman experiencing postpartum depression or some form of that, some form of psychosis, goes into a murderous rage, it seems like, right? So let me break it down. She has 3 children. The father leaves because he has to go get some food, apparently, because she doesn't want to cook. He leaves the house, right? She asks him to go to CVS to pick up some medication for one of the children. He goes to CVS, and on the way back home, he finds the 3 children no longer with us and her outside of a second-story window with her wrists and her neck all slicey and dicey. Okay, that's the whole story. Now, the craziest thing to me about this story is that she admitted that it was her, that she did do it. We're not even arguing whether or not she did this to her kids, right? We're arguing whether or not she was mentally insane. And you know what? Let's just be real. Even if she gets not guilty by mental insanity, she's still going to go to jail or some facility for a very long time. Now, what really gets me is that I feel like this case is so straightforward, especially with the facts. But then we come to what I said in the beginning, this need to belong, this need to be a part of something, right? There are women across the country supporting this crazy, horrible lady. Now, listen, I know mental health is a serious thing. Maybe she was really going through some shit. But the fact that you're going to come out in all pink, raise your hand, raise your signs to support a murderer is crazy to me. I feel like you just want a sense of you just want to follow something and support something for the fact of supporting it. Because when we look at these facts, we look at the trial, it seems pretty clear cut. Listen, folks, we have people on TikTok blaming the husband, saying that he's a Gemini. And Geminis are more likely to do that. But Leos, Leos don't kill their cubs. What the fuck are we talking about? I know this is a longer intro, but I really just wanted to have this conversation with you guys. I don't know what's going on with us and this internet, but it seems like the most heinous people in the world get the biggest support every single time. But anyways, let's go through the actual facts real quick, and then I'm going to show you some of the support that Lindsay Clancy has been receiving. Kind of crazy in my opinion. Let's check it out. All right, folks. So I really just want to break down the series of events that took place with the whole Clancy family, okay? Do not crucify me. That's why we're going and we're getting the actual information so we can set down a timeline. But from everything I've read so far, folks, all these TikTok detectives and astrology sign readers and all, y'all need to get the fuck off the internet, okay? Because now what's happening is you're creating an entire group of people who believe something that's absolute nonsense, bro. And you see this shit on the internet more and more and more. So before we get into all the conspiracies and the Geminis and the Leos and all this dumb shit, let's just get the facts as they are presented. Let's check it out. All right, so let's just get a good digestion. It says the Lindsay Clancy murder trial has become one of the most heartbreaking and closely watched court cases in recent memory. Clancy is currently on trial for 3 counts of first-degree murder in the connection with the deaths of her 3 children. On the evening of January 24th, 2023, her then husband, Patrick Clancy, left her home in Duxbury, Massachusetts to pick up takeout for dinner for Lindsay and their 3 children. When he returned less than an hour later, the house was eerily quiet and the bedroom door was locked. Listen, this sounds like a bad fucking movie. This sounds like a horror movie that you don't want to keep watching, right? And in my head, that seems a bit premeditated. Now, what the defense is trying to convey is that she went through a sudden moment of psychosis. She lost her fucking mind. What prosecution seems to be trying to get across is that this was premeditated. Now, telling your husband to go get some takeout and then telling him to go to the CVS to give yourself more time sounds premeditated to me, right? And this is where the contention comes in with these big groups of what's her name, of Clancy supporters. It's so strange to me. How do you support a murderer? I don't care if you went through postpartum. Did you kill your kids? No, the kid's still alive. So why are you supporting her? And what are you even supporting? What are you even pushing for? Because she said she did it. So what are you even supporting? I am confused. Maybe you guys can let me know in the fucking comments, but let's keep going. Okay, so the door was locked, right? Let's continue. He soon found Lindsay lying in the backyard, barely conscious. She had cut both of her situations and her neck and jumped from the second-story window, telling him she had tried to, off herself. When paramedics arrived to help Lindsay, Patrick discovered the couple's 3 children, Cora, Dawson, and Callan. One of them was 8 months old. It's crazy. In the basement where they had been strangled with exercise bands. All 3 were later pronounced deceased. Now, listen, guys. I mean, I've had family members calling me and telling me, like, hey, listen, the husband might have done that shit. Like, hey, listen, the husband's story don't really. Listen, guys. I promise you, and we're going to keep going through this, but I've been watching some of the clips from trial. I've been reading up. I've been trying to get all my information together. I don't think the husband had anything to do with it. I think that's where the cult is starting to be formed, where there's some weird support for Lindsay. For Lindsay, I don't buy it. Lindsay Clancy did that shit. She admitted that shit. And now she's going to trial to see whether or not she's insane. Those people saying that the husband had something to do with it, he might have framed her. How do you frame a woman who admitted to it? Oh, I guess it was the medication and it had her out her mind, right? Not buying it. So far, folks, I am not buying it. But let's keep going. I want to see what you guys have to say in the comments too. I know there's a lot of people out there who probably think she didn't do it. I'm here to tell you, I am here to throw the cold water on you, folks. I believe she did it. Let's keep going. All right, so we move forward. It says Lindsay Clancy, a former labor and delivery nurse, which is unsettling. You were out here delivering babies while you're out here strangling yours. Kind of unsettling. You never know who you come. We probably all crossed paths with a murderer before. A murderous, crazy person. We just thought they were regular. You never know who you're crossing paths with. So it says Lindsay Clancy, a former labor and delivery nurse, survived, though she was left partially paralyzed. She has pleaded not guilty, with her lawyer arguing that she was suffering from severe postpartum mental illness at the time of the killings. Now, more than 3 years later, her trial is underway. Online sleuths have pored over the evidence presented in court, from DNA reports and references to the particulars of what unfolded in the aftermath. But my biggest thing, folks, I'm going to sound like a broken record, right? She admitted it. I don't care how much Vicodin or Ambien or whatever the fuck. I don't care how much lean or crack or cocaine, or I don't care what type of drugs I'm on. If somebody asks me, "Hey, did you do that to your kids?" I'm gonna say no if I didn't do that shit. The fact that she admitted it just kind of does it for me. And her story pretty much lines up with her husband. So speaking of that, I want to show you a quick little recap of her ex-husband's testimony, just a little section of it. A lot of people are saying he did it, and I just don't get that. Let me show you some of it.
Found her in that state.
Yeah, I said, "What happened?"
And what was her response?
She said, "I tried to kill myself."
Did you ask her anything else?
I said, "Where are the kids?"
And what was her response?
She said, "They're in the basement."
And at that time, she didn't tell you that they needed help or they were in danger or they were injured, correct?
Correct.
And so you mentioned talking to someone on 911. At what point did you call 911?
I don't know the exact time, but it took a few minutes because my phone was switching between Wi-Fi and 911. So I almost just started calling out for the neighbors, but eventually it went through.
Okay.
Patrick testified Lindsay was going in and out of consciousness during all of this, but finally help arrived.
And you're communicating information to the 911 operators, and are they giving you, advice on how to deal with the situation?
Now, let me break this down for you guys, for those in the back who don't really understand this shit. For those TikTokers, right, who are saying that he has something to do with it. Oh, he has something to do with it. Detectives are really good at their fucking job. Really good. We have people like Grant Armato. We got people like shit, I can't think of all the other detectives are very good at what they do. They can smell things. They can smell it, especially if they've been on the job for a little while. They can smell you, and they could smell guilty. There was but listen, he's not on trial. He got cleared from suspicion. Why didn't the detectives really lean on to him if the story wasn't true, if he had something to do with it? We live in 2026. If this guy had something to do with it, we would know by now. Just saying. So all these little detectives out there like, oh, he probably did it to her and made her feel and made the police. Fuck out of my face, bro. Fuck out of my face.
As it progresses?
Yeah.
Okay. Once emergency personnel arrive, what do?
I immediately got up and ran to the basement.
So when you come down those stairs that night, which direction did you go?
I immediately went left.
And when you went left, what did you see?
I saw Cora.
And how did she look?
She had a band around her neck.
And was that an exercise band?
Yeah.
And do you recall whether she was, what position she was in, whether face up or face down?
She's face down.
And when you saw her in that condition, what did you do?
I immediately ran over and tried to take the band off.
Were you able to get the band off?
Yeah.
And do you recall how you got the band off?
I think I untied it.
And when you say untied it, was it in a knot that you had to, put everything down and unknot it, or how was it tied?
I'm not sure I fully remember.
Do you recall describing it previously as when you initially tie your shoes but then don't do the bow?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Oh, geez. All right, we're going to stop it right there. So that's his recount of the situation, right? Mind you, we have her testimony. We have her hopping out the window saying she did it. Listen, man, I don't know. But we're going to move forward because, listen, Things out here are insane. This is why I feel like, again, my whole modern society question, y'all motherfuckers out here are crazy, losing your minds. I don't know if it's the internet doing it or maybe the internet just lets it be more known to the general public. Y'all are crazy out there. Listen, I never thought I'd see the day. It almost feels like fundraisers are just for bad people now, right? Because let's check it out. A GoFundMe was started for this woman, and look at this shit. Why don't you look at this shit? Why don't you look at it? Look, 30,000 donators making over $1 million. Something is wrong with y'all, bro. I swear it is. Something's wrong. What is going on? Look, anonymous donator, $50. Nicole, whoever the fuck this is, $5,000. Nadia, $50. Crystal, $50. My biggest question is, why do you relate to this woman so much? I feel like all of you guys who donated on this shit we might need to check on y'all. How do you feel so seen? Oh, she went through postpartum and she killed her kid. We're going to support her. Now, again, listen, postpartum is a real thing. It's tough. I know some people, they go through it, but that is no reason to support a murderer. It's murder. It's not good. It's not something to support. But anyways, I want to read some of this shit real quick, because this blew my fucking mind. I will not lie to you. In about 5-6 days, they got $1 million. Or maybe it was more time and they just updated it recently. But it says in January 2023, Lindsay Clancy was accused of killing her 3 children and in their home in Massachusetts, right? She is now in trial. The Musgrove Family Fund is for the 2 people who have remained at her side through every step of what followed. Her parents, Mike and Paula Musgrove, or whatever the hell, right? So they're trying to, basically they're trying to siphon the money onto her. For more than 3 years, Mike and Paula have shown up for Lindsay. They have attended her court proceedings and relocated their Connecticut home to Massachusetts so they could be close to their daughter. Paula is retired. Mike is a photographer. They have spent years absorbing the travel, lodging, and living costs required to remain close to their daughter. Drawing down savings they spent a lifetime building. Just a big, sad story. Why do I care? Contributions will help cover the accumulated costs of travel and lodging, living expenses, blah, blah, blah. Mike and Paula are the beneficiaries, blah, 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 blah. The case will eventually reach its conclusion. Whatever the outcome is, Mike and Paula will still have to pick up the pieces. I don't care. They raised $1 million off of a bunch of morons. But if you don't believe me, look at these posts on Instagram, right? Look at these posts. I'm pretty sure a lot of these are taken down. Look at the comments in some of these posts supporting Miss Lindsay Clancy. Somebody posted at the top, "We're doomed." It says Leos don't kill Gemini. Leos don't kill. Geminis do. That's what this wonderful woman posted. We got something else over here. It says Leos don't kill their cubs. Nope. Not buying it. If he's a Gemini and she's a Leo, it was toxic between them. He did it. That's all I need to know. Erica, listen, come here. Come here, Erica. No, I'm not going to do it. But your daddy needed to do it. Erica, get the fuck out. Get out. You're on timeout. Get the fuck out, Erica. You are on timeout for today. What are you talking about? Let's do another one. Oh, he's a Gemini? Just reinforces I think he did it. We are fucked. Look at all the likes on these comments. 46 likes, 37 requests. Man, this is wild. But you thought it was over there? No, it's not over. You thought that was it? No. Ignoramus? No, we just got started. I'm playing. I love you guys. Check this shit out.
To support Lindsay, but also all these incredible women that you see pouring in. I think this has become less of a trial. Whatever's going on behind those doors in the courtroom, it's become more about how Lindsay's been failed in
She didn't even know what she was going to say. She almost said it's become more about community and building, and you don't know what the fuck you're saying, lady. Somebody come get Stacy, bro. Stacy escaped the house. Somebody come get her, drag her back to the house, tell her to go take a nap or something. Stacy is out here running wild. Let's hear this back. What has it become now? What why are you guys out here? I don't even understand this movement.
obtaining the mental health, but also all these incredible women that you see pouring in. I think this has become less of a trial. Whatever's going on behind those doors in the courtroom, it's become more about how Lindsay's been failed in obtaining the mental health help that she deserved.
I think a lot of us are here today because what we're seeing.
So you're here to support how Lindsay has been failed. But you'll come out here and you'll support a murderer instead of just going to city council or doing some with the ladies in pink to support mental health for women. No, you're supporting Lindsay. You're a weirdo. We could support mental health and postpartum issues all we want. We need to. Yes, ma'am. Woman power. But no, you decide to support a murderer. This don't make no sense to me.
Inspired hits close to home in many different ways. I'm a nurse before I was ever a mother, and I got introduced to the broken healthcare system that we all know that we have. Within that broken healthcare system is an even more broken mental health care system, and then women suffer in every aspect from that.
Nah,
I have a personal connection.
y'all need to get off that crack pipe, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what's in the soccer mom water, or like I don't know what type of goulash you ate last week that got your stomach all fucked up. That's affecting your brain now. Y'all need to restructure that shit. What I feel so connected to her in some way. And again, let's just say this again. Postpartum is real, mental health is real, but why do you attach yourself to a triple murderer? Allegedly. Obviously, it's not going to be alleged for too much longer. I don't know.
Worked with Lindsay for a few years, so I know who the person she was before this. And when I first saw her face flash across the news on my TV, I was shocked. She was the last person I would ever suspect to do something like this, so I knew in my heart of hearts that something was seriously wrong.
Regardless of our individual speculations, we did not come here to protest or to rally or to scream.
Stand in peace for Lindsay. That's what the shirt says. Stand in peace for Lindsay. What are you standing for? My biggest question to you ladies, right? As a misogynistic man, right? No, my biggest question to you ladies, what if they just say, fuck it, let her out? Let's go. It's all good. Let her out. It's fine. The healthcare system let her down. Let her out. Let her go. Let her free. Time served. That's what you guys want? Is that what you guys want? I am trying to find some answers. Oh, well, her husband's a Gemini. I'm a Gemini. Fuck you. What is that supposed to mean? Am I going to go strength? Man, listen.
Our opinions about what happened behind the walls of the Clancy home in January of 2023. We're here to send one message, and that message is that it should not take tragedy for people to start paying attention to mental health.
Yeah, support that murderer, baby. I mean, listen, the longing and the deep desire to be accepted by a group it's a sickness. I'm so glad that I don't give a fuck about being accepted by no group. Fuck all the groups. I don't want to be a part of none of that shit. It's weird. Thank God. Because if you have this bigger than you complex and you need to be a part of some type, you're gonna have a rough life, and you might find yourself supporting some dumb shit like this.
An astounding show of support today for Lindsay Clancy. Hundreds of women, all dressed in pink, cheered the accused mom as she arrived in a police caravan for her murder trial. Supporters ran across the
Look at
field
them.
to
Look
greet
at them
Lindsay.
running.
Some
Oh, it's a
came
cult.
with
Go get
their
her.
babies. They held up heart hands.
Go get her. Go find her. Give her a heart, girl. Give her a heart. That'll give her some currency in jail. Give her a heart. Go run for her. Oh my God, girl, you're so emboldened and powerful because of. We are fucked out here, folks. I don't know what's going on, man. Listen, in the next couple of generations, we're gonna be doing some strange shit out here. You thought this was strange? Give us 10 more years. Give us 10 more years. We're gonna be doing some crazy shit.
Field to greet Lindsay. Some came with their babies.
Oh yeah,
They
come
held
with your
up heart
baby.
hands during a silent rally for the mom who strangled her 3 young children, then jumped from the second floor window, leaving her paralyzed for life.
It's a buzz around here, guys.
Fox News legal analyst Chanley Painter, a former prosecutor, actually wore pink in her live report as she spoke to Lindsay's defense attorney, who was greeted with cheers.
Hey guys, what do you think of the support for Lindsay Clancy out here?
I have no words.
No words.
It's amazing.
It echoes last year's Free Karen Reed campaign. Those supporters
All
also
right, they talking about Karen Reed and shit, but I mean, listen, bro. Let's watch some more.
are taking to social media to express shock over the display of support for 36-year-old Lindsay. Are people really cheering for someone who murdered her kids? 3 babies were strangled. What? Today in court, the judge called up each juror one by one for a private conversation. It's not known what was discussed,
Why are you screaming? Sweetheart, we can hear you.
but we do know that the jury saw Lindsay's army of supporters as they entered the courthouse. The lone witness today was a hospital
All right, we're not even gonna get into the witnesses yet because that's a different story for a different day, baby. So we're gonna get to that, man. We're gonna get to that. I do want to show you some things that apparently, on the Lindsay side, being devil's advocate, right? Apparently she was really going through it mentally, right? And I think that might be why some of these misguided women are out here supporting a murderer. Listen, go support some other shit that has to do with postpartum and mental depression. Easy. Go support some other shit. But I just want to show you some of the things that apparently she had been going through before the incident took place. Let me read you a couple paragraphs. It says, Lindsay Clancy was, quote unquote, begging for help in the months leading up to her killing of her 3 children and attempting to end her own situation. Clancy's former mother-in-law testified for the defense Tuesday in the 4th week of her murder trial. Lindsay, quote unquote, was struggling. We were all concerned, said Susan Clancy, mother of Patrick Clancy, who found the Massachusetts couple's children after they had been strangled in the family basement in January 2023. Lindsay Clancy also attempted to take her own situation that night and was left paralyzed. Lindsay and Patrick Clancy are now divorced. So let's just be real, that's valid information. The mother of the son whose children are now dead even admitted she was going through some mental stuff. Okay. Does that mean we support her and scream for her and make shirts for her? Weird, right? Let's keep going. Susan Clancy, who like Lindsay worked as a labor and delivery nurse, which is kind of fucking terrifying, said in the Plymouth Superior Court that she and her former daughter-in-law were close and described Lindsay as a quote-unquote wonderful mother who was very nurturing / very loving. Her testimony echoed emotional accounts the day before Lindsay Clancy's mother and sister, who recounted for the jury they saw her become increasingly anxious, paranoid, and suicidal starting in the fall of 2022. All right, guys. There is a lot going on in this case, right? I've been doing my best to try to get a full, comprehensive understanding of it. So, shoot me down in the comments if I got anything wrong. But we will be back. And listen, we got some fire brimstone to throw on these fucking supporters. And I ain't gonna lie to you. The shit kind of pisses me off. And I'll tell you what, man, it doesn't feel genuine. It feels like something that you can just hop on, because it's really popular right now. It don't feel genuine to me. I probably would have never even made this video if it felt like those women genuinely felt like there was something to hold on to. This feels like a stunt, in my opinion. I don't know why. All these girls in pink dresses for a triple murderer? Weird. Y'all let me know in the comments, man. I'll be back real soon. Stay inside, stay safe. I love y'all. Peace.